Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum. So, guys, I talk about in this video and this project, guys. I explaining right now, guys. Hey everyone, how are you guys? So today explaining guys new project and this right now I review now guys. Get Launchpool support GUSD staking project guys and this Union U stake of the USD or U to claim of this airdrop guys. So guys, the Get Launchpool now support GUSD and the stake and this will of the launch and the project and this union and user stake of the GUSD and or U share and this 6,000,005 U token for the free airdrop and reward distribution hourly guys. So mint GUSD you get staking guys. So GUSD minting and this tradable and this collateralized of the yield and this bearing asset of the backed by tokenized of the teaser bill and stable coin guys. So one USD and one USDT and this one USDC almost same guys. So what is GUSD and this GUSD is flexible and fungible for tech and investment and this product and that distribution distributes and the reward daily its returns and this secure form of the get ecosystem and revenue tokenized and this treasuries or other and this RWA and this and a stable coin and the back and yield and the asset of the design and to prove it and the narrative of the stable and this yield of the both bullish and this you can stake of the USDT, USDC and the mint and the guides and the S yield and this bearing of the certificate of the represent and this value of the investment and but does not of the confer of this ownership and of the really and the asset of the of the reduction of the USD will be and convert to USDT and USDC at a 1.1 ratio and this the APR of the dynamically and this adjust of the base and on the revenue and on of the gate of the ecosystem tokenize and this RW and this and stable coin and money and returns of the form of the real world and this instrument as source of the tokenized or USDs are bill guys. So how does the USD work and what is the source of the return guys? So I talk about guys GUSD is a principal product and tokenization certificate and of the stake and asset and value of the GUSD and this packet of this 1.1 to the stablecoin US stake and user and subscribe to flexible and this holding using and this design a stablecoin coin and on to and uh, here distribute daily to in and the USD and this the return of this generate thought of these guys and get of the operation of the including but not limit and this investment real world asset in search of the tokenized US teaser and bond the analyze analyze of the yield and the determine and the independently and buy of the gate based on the factor including market and this condition and product are the sustainability guys. So guys, and this how to receive NZUSD and this sort of the staking, is there any amount limit guys? So after staking USD you will earn to GUSD at or the ratio of 1.1. Example, if you stake and 100 USD will you receive 100 GUSD you export and unfilled of the account and this the token license certificate and representing of the US tech asset. So note of that and must of the hold and this guys let's of this has 0.01 USD and generate of the return. So both the main and account and sub account eligible for staking. So how to redeem my asset is there and the redemption of the fees. So you can redeem and ZUSD at the anytime and your asset will be automatically return and to you will support unfilled of the account and these guys USD and USDC you can and this switch of the between and first of the reduction and this end standard and reduction and the first of the reduction will change of the 0.1% of total and this reduction amount as the reduction fee and this for a standard and the reduction and the asset of the will be returned and to use spot of the unfilled account and this in of the USD USDC and this D plus of the theory after you submit and this reduction request and 0.05 of the total and this reduction amount and will be deduced of the form total and reduction amount and this reduction figure. So how the return and calculate and this can I take of the accumulated returns. So the APR is the set based and on market condition and out of product and sustainability returns and start reading and this one of the second day after US take and will be distribution the USD and by 80.0.00 and the following follow day and the return amount and the calculate base and the eligible and the USD and the balance in your spot unfilled account and this funding account. You can view the accumulated return details and export of the unfilled account. So what is the forte risk? Hotel risks like any invest and this product and this area carriers and the risks are of the market and the volatility in fluctuation of in APR will and the principal is shield and form of the market fluctuation and the reduction and the fee and the reduce and your overall return of the fees and be over and this before of the subscribing guys. So deposit of the ZUSDT and the get explaining right now. So fund overview and the deposit. Fund overview guys and mm, this is the deposit and this ZUSDT guys and this Ethereum network and deposit and the copy and this you right now guys your account this right now guys how to deposit and frequent ask a question and fill up the deposit guys and any question I comment section right now guys I talk about this video. So the trade of the USD ZUSDT guys and the ZUSDT one of the this is the stable coin guys. Guys, this is the great stability coin, guys. You know, this is the greatest stability coin right now, guys. And USDT and USDC, almost same coin, guys. Almost, and this great opportunity, guys. You right now, guys, is taking right now, guys. One of the best and this right now. So you might be by now and is taking right now, guys, and earn now. So stake to earn now, guys, and you guys stake and earn now, guys. So you Launchpool, guys, you Launchpool, and the Union is the leading and JK interpolability as the layer one and functioning and as the settlement and the liquidity layer for the protocol and asset issuer, and there are no dependency on the task of the third parties on the Oracle multi and signature or MPC, and unlike other and interpolativity and protocol union and hyper-efficient and JK interop, and this layer enable and seamless of the asset and this issuance and scaling of and across and this thousand of the chain and without and scraping of the security efficiency and the decentralization or speed, and this make of the union network fast of the its category wheels and the aiming or for other sub and the second settlement and across chain and this end of the game and across chain of the future. This is the full, guys, is taking reward and my mining fiat 10 day total is taking, guys, USDT and participate, guys, already, and price pool hourly cap, guys, and this individual hourly reward cap APR per person and individual is taking cap. So this is the union and join the union. The next generation of the aggression of the interpolativity and the chain of the restriction. Concerns of the verification for the security and the scalability, guys, and the first of the is secondary and messaging of the protocol for the application at the specific of the interest of the transfer, guys. So learn more, guys. I talk about this, guys, in this. So what is the union? So union is the leading JK interpolativity and the layer one function as of the settlement and the liquidity layer one are the protocols and the asset of the issuer. So union is the build and this one of the two key and the innovation of the first of the consumers of the verification where better and one of the chain of the verify that consensus of the has been achieved and this among a operator on of other and chain. So combine our with and this zero and knowledge and proofs of the which and the increase of the security and this scalability by aggregation of the aggregating of the transfer of the shallow union and the exit of this the throw output out and this executing of this settlement. So layer so together and this means of the first of this and copy effective and this connecting of the between and protocol and across any execution and the environment with zero trust state of the actors. So what is interpolability, guys? So interoperability, the blockchain, the refer of there and this ability first of the messages and communicate with each other. So union enable and this develop and build and with any execution of the environment and all language such as the Solidity, Rust and Move. So and contact there and the blockchain or the app and the any ecosystem this remove and this UX bottlenecks and this teaming for all the net of this network. Fragmented network. So guys, what is the modularity, guys? And modularity is modularity in a crypto refer of the to when of the blockchain and the system and is built and is using of the in interchangeable and the self of the contain of the competence and that can be developed and update and replace of the independently and this approach of the enhance and flexibility and scalability and this maintainability allowing and develop by focus on the speculative function of the future and without affecting and there of the future. So union and of the modality and solution is span of this across and this entire union and ecosystem. Proof guys, ZK proofs of this or and JKP are the backbone of the union and network. They are an mathematical and this indisputable and this proof of correctness of the cross chain and state and the generated by network of slow guys. So verify thoughts and the JKPS and this any chain or any user can securely verify and blockchain state across and this ecosystem using union light of the client and or other and proof of the aggression guys. So integrate and this combine and the proving of the stake and this verification and stake to build and any type of the connection IBC, ISM, and GMP or ICS access of the protocol on different and SUSI chain of the using any as standard. So union case of the access of the managed securely and transmit of the managed and the between and the chain and to enable and this application like of the decentralized change of these guys leading and this protocol to work together and this transfer facilities and the cross chain and this transfer of the funding and asset of the source of the native and asset of the stake and Twitter bits of the between and the chain of the integrator with a union network and this transfer of the NFT between and this guy's cross chain NFT and sent by ensuring of the efficient of the mapping and this encoding and of NFT data representation and guys there these are just of the few examples, and they are not limits and to what can we be done with and the state of the proof and generated by union in the infinity and the scalable and blockchain future, guys. So the verification contact chain one and block header and this network proven network and JK Snaker, the output and the verification contact chain B and layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 guys. So user 2 guys, how to union works. So the thing of the union as a zero knowledge proof of the JKP and the network and where and the stake of the each chain and the residence of the when the new blockchain integrate and the with a union it and gets a union light of the client of that verifies of the mathematical and secure and the JKP and that form and the counterpart of the chain counterpart of the chain anytime and this user and send of the transaction from the chain a chain and B and a JKP generate one of the chain and the third one of the proving market as support and by union or directly by one of the bearer of the metal and hardware and the proven then submit and JKP on chain and B and wire on the chain and this wire on the smart and contact on layer 2 and this module and this confirms of the market inclusion of the proof that's chain of the sent of the message and on-chain JKP is the verify all the transcription of the that and the JKP are of the immediately and this settled and this allowing and proof and this settle large of the batch of the transcription. So within the light and this client on chain B and the conscious the verification is used and the show and that validators and the of the chain or sign on the Merkle and the root, and in zero knowledge base IBC this consumes and the verification is in of the SIP, and by verifying of this a JKP at consumes on of the chain and prover and the and JKP of the consumes by confirming that of the validator sign and blocks and the market and this root of the win and this zero knowledge and security. So this system is designed and so that anyone can and that SJKP and the consumes one of the consumer and guard of the hardware and this eliminating the conservatorship and risk and their rate and trust and execution of the approver and or and centralized and component and the like of the oracle and multi and sign of the event union and spectral case and exit of the outline and the transaction flow and this old and this continue and the permission only into the in theory. So trust of the variation. State and verification between and blockchain is often and the gets internship of the due to the complex complexity and this of the verifying of the consumers on of the other chain and with very varied and the securities and execution and environments and this is way many and the ecosystem task to turn to and trusted and this third parties and such as the signal and this signature and the multi-sign and MPC bridge for the interoperability guys. So with union and trust of the third parties are no longer necessary and confused and the verification unlock trust and the minimize and this interoperability and between and blockchain and zero knowledge and cryptography and make up the process cover cost and efficient and the fast union extend and the gold and standard of the inter blockchain and communication protocol IBC. So to all the Web3 and with and JK power of the conscious and the verification, unlocking and trustless and the communication and this between and blockchain and in the inter blockchain and the communication and protocol IBC and the function of the similarity and this TCPI and IP and this facility communication and between independent and blockchain that support IBC and establish and the connection with other IBC chain and the allowing one of the blockchain and to verify and prove and the against of the conscious and state of the another using and light of the client and this enable robots and the interoperability and this among IBC and the compatible and blockchain and the including asset of the transfer of the automatic and swap of the cross chain and the decentralized and exchange and even and cross of the chain and this smart and contact IBC and billing of the with square and the adoption making it promising and candidate and as the governing and interoperability and standard of Web3 guys. So task system signal and signature multi-sign MPC and the pose of the data sets and the optimistic and this verification and guys trust less of the system direct or JK enable and this confuse and the verification. So what is the gallows? So gallows is the umbrella and the turn of the union and JK effort and is currently and has of the purpose and the consumes and the verification guys. So we have the build and the glows and this around and this fundamental and principle and the first execution low cost and operation and the decentralization and the Acrotas and the enable and this their key step and the translation though and the union in meeting of the extent and packet even and this at zero and knowledge proof of the JKP and of the union state of the update and this country part and this with union state and which improvement and the scalability and the power of the participate in the system guys. So glows can of the outform of the zero and the knowledge and other and zero knowledge and the bits of the wheel and operating and signal and machine and avoiding the need for the large clusters. So what is the comet BALS? So Comet BLS is the enhanced blockchain and conscious and the engine and unfolding and the union network and building and the opponented met and the comet the BLS and address and challenge of the secure and bidding of the conscious of the verification. So unlike of the treatment and the comet BLS and this tailor of this efficient of the zero knowledge and proving which and the culture and breeding or to block space and the restrict or chain like of the Ethereum and levels of the BLS and the signature with its foundation of the commit BLS and the reducing provide and time of the facilitating and the faster of the cost and the efficient and the bridging and the transfer the uh, utilization of the BLS and signature of the enable and this aggregation of the public key and the signature of the minimize and the transaction size on of the chain and computer cost price. So under an Comet, BLS and the union and network and this seamlessly and the scale and the over hardware and barrier without and compromise and the performance and the bridging and legacy and this underwaying and the new secure and the scalable and the blockchain and the ensures. So what is the Voyager? So the IBC protocol release of the chain on of the chain and the actors of the transfer of packet and the proof of the between chain and union in house and the layer and this Voyager and the facilities support for the new network and independently of the upper and the system. So Voyager architecture in is of the event and driven and this employing of the internal and the memory of the week and this deserve and this observe of the event and this I process. So Voyager integrate with Glorious and this thought of the gRPC and this enabling of the offloading of the computing on the dedicated and hardware with upcoming and support for moving in the market. So this design ensure the efficient and communication and flexibility in supporting delivers of the blockchain of the network guys. So great opportunity right now guys. One of the explaining right now guys in this video. So don't miss this video and I explaining right now for the guys. So guys unlock unlock method and 100% and get launchful and this user stake and in advance you can stake and asset of the official launch of this project guys and this stake earning reward and mining. So reward distribution guys beginning reward distribution the system of the will distribute token and reward and users of sport account and hourly base and based one of the forwarding of the asset by they and have the stakes. So get launch pool and this okay. So this is the get launchful FAK and this question what is the Get Launchpool is in voting at the stake and airdrop platform and where user can stake other GT, BTC, Ethereum, USDT, and ZUSD. So or the token and to earn hourly and the airdrop hot the new coin and we and low and tier of the barriers high and the APR it's and the ultimate platform and the effortlessly and this capturing market opportunity guys. So how I can participate in Get Launchpool guys? First of the login Get account and this navigate on to the Get Launchpool page and this the choose of the project you want and the participate in a stake of the asset guys. Check the participate guide. So this is the participate guideline guys. I So the which can I stake of the get launchpool? Can I stake on get launchpool guys? The token eligible for the participate will be announced on the mining phase of each project and please visit the corresponding of the phase and this of get launch pool to view more details guys. So how many token will reward hourly staking reward individual latest 1 hour and build and the staking amount and total full staking amount hourly multiple hourly and reward full guys. So how to reward distribute guys? The platform will take and multiple snapshot for personal staking amount and hourly and the token reward and the distribute or to eligible user and hourly earning will be distributed into the user and export account guys. So when will the stake asset be redeemed? So after the user redeem and advance or the stake is complete and the stake asset will be transferred to simple to earn and this by difficult if this option and this uncheck or the stake asset will be redeemed and into a spot asset if the amount and the redeemed and the asset is the too small and does not the meet the minimum claim amount too simple earn and the asset will be automatically transferred to a spot asset. So if simple earn to does not have the support to claim of the redeem and token and asset lies also automatically transfer to a spot asset guys. So can I redeem my stake asset at any time? The platform will multiple and snapshot and for personal staking amount and each hour and calculate and the valid staking amount and this however and this early redemption and the any result and in the loose and the accurate reward and please of the maintain of the stable staking amount and to ensuring mining rewards. So can I add additional stake asset gas? You can in case you stake an asset at any time. So the more token you stake and the get your potential mining and this reward and however once the reward cap and is reached you will no longer receive a staking reward. So can I participate is my default project at the same time and when there are multiple launch pool project and going on the same time can stake out the different pool and the receive new token mining reward of the multiple project it's staking guys. Mm, So what is the maximum mining and reward can I receive guys? So the hourly reward hard cap and the for user each project is the different one of the once the cap and the reach of the on future staking, and the reward will be granted. The please refer of the relevant and the announce of the mining and phase of the reward hard cap limit and this each project, guys. So will staking asset in the get launch full impact of the my BAF level. So no asset stake in the get launch for will be lost in the asset and holding and loss calculation for holder and airdrop launch spread of the BAF prevalent. So what will happen to my fund if the project is an early gas? So in case of the early ending and US stake principal will be automatically redeemed as of the soon and project is end and you last interest will be distributed on the hour and this after ending time and this interest distribution before ending and will not be affected. So about annual and percentage and the rate and these guys if we are total the get multiple guys amount and this when reward coin is not a stake not the stake coin guys if your total reward release and last over and multiple closing price of the reward and this last coin of the last hour. So this is the greatest multiple coin guys. So note if you the if here is the estimate and for the reference only and they actually analyze and the return you finally and receive shelf fable and the API data is update hourly guys. So how to transfer the redeem asset and the simple and to fix term. So how to get airdrop and the bonus. So when you stake the BTC, GT, Ethereum and USDT in Launchpool, you you will get the bonus which is still subject in the individual reward cap and this per hour by choosing and the transfer of the redeem and the asset at the simple earn to fix and the team of the police and the note and subscription to simple and to flexible and term of the fixed and the term and once outside launch food will not have the quality for the bonus. So why did not and receive and of the bonus after and subscribing of the simple and fixed of the term the when is taking guys. So if you are the rich and the reward and cap for award no more and bonus will be distributed. So how to participate? Login to you get account and this complete the identification and navigate of the launch pool and the hold and this gets at least and 0.05 GUSD and one you click and stake. So for the key information guys and the union is the leading and JK and interpolativity and the layer 1 function as of the settlement and liquidity layer 1 protocol and this asset of the issue and this and depending on the traits of the Fed Oracle multi and signature MPC unlike of the other interpolativity protocols. So union hyper and efficient JK rope and the layer enable and this seamless and asset and issue and scaling across guys. So thousand of the chain and the without and keeping of the security efficiency and decentralized or speed this market union network the first in category and this which and the aiming and sub secondary settlement cross chain and the end game and four of the cross chain and future official website guys. So already I explaining right now guys union will I talk about these guys. So GitLab and invest so GitLab did not invest in Union U. I talk about Node. So Get Launchpool is a innovated guys in innovated is taking out the platform and where you user can earn to hourly airdrop of the trading and the newly and the list of the token by staking and GTBTC, Ethereum, GSDT, and GUSD or other token, and with low entry and the barriers and high, and if we are it's and of the easy way to capture market opportunities. So please complete identification before participating in launch pool, and this enhance security of your account and asset. So please follow the blend of the rules and the event and this when participating and any cheating behavior and the profit and the which and will result and is disqualification of the reward. So in case of the variation between and the translate or on the original English and version to the English version shell and the prevail. So get reverse all right to the final exemplation, and the event is not of the applicant and this with Apple ins. So the user and the United Kingdom and other restrict location cannot access service including participate in this event and game competition. See the use agreement in future detail restriction location, guys. So risk warning as of the blockchain startup of the still the project guys and the main novel and the significant of the risks and the various aspect of this including and the operation of the underlying of the technology and the legal regulation environment. So understanding of the blockchain and startup and assessing of their inherent of the risks and require and the advanced and technical and the financial knowledge, guys. So due to influence of the firm technology and regulation framework and market condition and other factors and the and participate in may of the experience of the significant and this variety with price of the potential rising and the falling and this sharply, guys. So due to issue and relate and this underlying and the technology, the project of the get and trading of the platform, you may and be unbearable. I would go and this part of the asset and project, guys. So keep currency and project hierarchies and this by nature of the cryptocurrency price of the highly valued and the project and the team of the does not and provide of the any form of the margin and the price comment and this our downside and protection and the please ensure of the fully and understand of the risks and this capable and the being of this before and participate will be platform strongly guys war and this potential risks and cannot assume and the liability guys for the any investment and discussion for bidden and granted for the combination. So you a user agreement, guys. I talk about this just in this video. General, guys. So general before using or accessing the website and offer it by get including, guys. Including in associate of the application interface and the API and this locate and get IO.com if you to and this any service made of the available thought and the website and any associate of the mobile application and API source of the get.com and this collective service any and this relate and the software and from other blog social media and page of this other and reblend platform operate or maintain it or by get of the collectively side you must and read of this user and the agreement guys so carefully and understand and will the trim and the consider efficiently and the connect of the highlightly and this opti and capitalize and term of the illicit and the bold and this underline other or color guys so the agreement and consist of the main body and the privacy policy and the as well and the rules and say statement and the introduction of the condition guys. So limitation and the disclaimers and obligation and publish or may be of the publish in future and on site guys. So the conveyance of the forwarding in the agreement and site of the get and this any and this applicate of the relate and the body and corporate of the refer of the get we over us or seat. So please read the agreement carefully as the term and of this agreement and govern how you use the service and this access the two side by registering of for your account accessing downloading using and clicking or I agree and this accept any get service it is the demand others and this have it and understood and this irrevocably and accept and be legally and bound by or term and this condition and stipulated and this agreement and allows it and any other agreement and the transaction and this operation rules and the announcement and other rules as of the emit of this you may be required of the expert including but not limit and the privacy policy and this you agree and this legally and bound of the any term and this condition therefore and in addition of this using and the center of the future service and this guys subject of the specific and the additional term of the condition applicable and those and the future of the source of the relevant and the product agreement so you receive of the right and this amendment of the modify this agreement and this applicated and this term of the service activities and this term of the trading and policy and guideline or announcement for the time and this in our soul and direction discretion without notice to UNE and immediates and the modification will be deemed and the exhibit and immediately and upon and position site of on the site you continue use of the modification you must be disconnect using accessing our service so disclaimer guys I talk about this guys so we do not provide the any material information on our site which shall and constitute and this or to be and consult of a recommendation of offer invasion and this endorsement or solicitation to enter into the any transaction or otherwise and deal and digital asset or for products. So your future understand and that's we are not you broker the agent and the intermediary advisor and consulting and the nature and the value and potential or suitability and of the any particular and digital asset and transaction or investment and Strategy and we do not and the provide and consulting and the tax, legal, insurance and the environment and advice any kind of the before and or no information and that's are available so on the side of the should be and construct. So as of the advice any kind and you alone and or slowly and the responsible to determine and the whether any invest and strategy product or a service and approach it of the suitable or for of the according to financial and circumstance of the personal invest and this objective and risk tolerance. We are not responsible and of the decision you make any transcription based and on the information on the site and including any loose you in core of the erasing all the form those of the discussion. So the risk disclose guys, I talk about this guys. Digital asset are the primarily and the use speculators and user relatively less of the retail and this commercial market. So digital asset and the transaction and highly risk and due to fact of that they are trade of the throughout and they without limit and on the risk of the fall and the price market and the global government and policy may of the cost measure and fluctuation the price and the digital asset and unlike other traditional flat of the currencies the good and commodities in the market and they are subject to exceptional and risks and unlike of the other traditional fate of the currency and the digital asset decentralized and are not of the backed by and central bank and this government and other legal interests of the digital asset currently and remain legally and these are unregular and sorts of the value and of the digital asset my risks and fall of the defending upon and the market and this confidence of the investor and competing at the currency and the regulator and this announcement or change and the technical problem or any other factor guys. So due to the significant of the risk or trading and digital asset as well and the impact of the technology and the international market we cannot and the warrant and the organ that's particularly type of the digital asset will be available on our site and service we reserve and the right to stop offering the service and relation to particularly type of the digital in this case of you will not be able and convert to that type of the digital asset into the any digital asset guys. So, however, you will be and get the option and the transfer digital asset and other and wallet address, please, and this uh, war to that we are not will not be responsibility and any cost and enforced by um, you if you decide and transfer of the digital asset to the another wallet guys so we are not responsible and or liable or any digital asset once and they are transferred from our site and another site device and platform wallet and or user know or we are responsible or liable or any digital asset not on on our side and that have been sent into and our side we are and will not of the responsible illegal and the any digital asset that have been sent of the incorrect or the incomplete wallet in disguise. So transfer of the in digital asset may be irreversible and this therefore and we strongly recommend and that you not of the send of the digital asset any person you do not personally and all now and complete it as and it's important for you and take of the fraction of the when transferring of the strong IU digital asset and this what are your account and this thought other and side of the wallet and or advice and we take and this no responsibility for the misforability of this theft of our digital asset. We strongly advise and the familiarize yourself with and this implement and this other personal wallet service or other advice strongly use digital asset and impediment security and measure always take of the guard and created of this care of this and facture of your password then operating or in a digital environment. So digital asset trading highly risky and therefore and this not of the suitable and of the most people and knowledge you knowledge and understanding and investing and in digital asset might result in this particularly total asset loss of the if your investment and therefore of the RUS strongly recommend and decide and the amount and this if your investment and this base of the you losing more and the assistant of the firm or the personal advisor and this seek of the relevant and this professional advice Mm, future more and these guys I said and from the above and this main tone of the risks and they are may also be and the unpredictable risks and therefore you advise and this to be careful and consider to be rational and the judgment access and the financial and position and this the above main tone of the risks and the before making a decision or transfer of the digital asset any and all losing of the raising of therefore of the will born of by yourself and we shall not be held and liable in any manner whatsoever and this house whatever. So you knowledge and understand and I agree that guys you understand that our site and are only integrated to service and whenever of this or obtain of the information find of the counterfeits and for trading and negation and this effect and the translation or transcription of digital asset we do not participate in any of the intoxication and therefore you shall and you soul of the absolutely direction of the carefully and the access and this authentic and the legality and the validity. So the blend of the digital asset and inform of the slowly and the bear of the responsibility and lose of that and the may of the as of their form and the all opinion and information and the discussion and less of the price of the advice and information outside and that maker and review and do not and constitute any and the investment financial and this tax at the any and form of the professional advice and we do not the bear the any loose and this however and this arising directly and this directly or in connection with abrumation of the information including but not limited to any loss of the forfeit guys. So we are reserved in the right of the determine and the amount of the of modify and this any contents of the site anytime our soul of the direction we have the use and responsible to afford of the ensure and this the accuracy for the information and site of the hardware, and we do not have the cannot of the granted with the degree of the accuracy of the form information of the beer any loose and the losing directly and or indirectly from the or in connections with and this inform on the site or from the delay and the failure caused by the failure link up and this the internet and transmit of the or receive and the any notice and information. So using internet based and trading also involves on the risks including but not limit and the failures in software and hardware or internet links and the considering that we cannot and the control and this reliability and this availability and of internet we will not be responsible for any distortion delay and link failure guys, so you must not use this site of the any part of the service and then engage any illegal and the transaction activities and or illegitimate activities including but not limited to money laundering and terrorism funding and smuggling and commercial variability in the event and any legal and transaction of the activity or illegitimate activity and suspected of the notice. So we will adopt and apply and the available and measure of the our soul and discretion including but not of the limit freezing all relevant account and notify relevant of the authorized and we will not assume any of their responsibilities and the origin of their form of the reserve and right of the whole relevant and person of the accountable. So you must not use to our site our service any manner of to engage in our undertake and this uh, conduct or involved in any activities so that have of the potentially have that major impact of the on market integrity and our reputation and our other user and legitimate and the rights which includes but not limit and to market and manipulation activities such as the shopping layering and wash of the trading so or any illicity and the improve of the fake, unfair and unethical transaction or the trading and the activity and the collective and reform market and the manipulous activities. So in particular, you are affiliates and the must or not of the open and multiple accurate and on other side and engage in our other ways and participate in any of the involvement in the market manipulates activity you knowledge and this understand and that's market manipulate and the activity and this may have the an adverse of the effect on the market such of as infusing at the price of the relevant and digital asset become and artificial and the, if inflate or deflate of we stick and these effectivities and the very seriously and undertake on to promote it and the fins and the and integrate of the market and this share of the necessary step and to protect our and this service form of the source of the abuse and the behavior and the event and this any source of the market multiplicative and activities and the detect and the notice or suspect on the reasonable and the ground by us of the we may or you are soul and the absolute of the discussion the take and the action we deem or purposes of the using winning and this warning and cancelling you are trading and eligibility and restricting trading and considering of or reward of the transaction and as grow the earning and the bread of sorts of the market manipulate activities suspending hour and the service and this freezing or the setting any of loose and the demands arising from your market and manipulative activity and against any asset and the held your account and this your applicates account and any source of the account and that's we suspect or believe and responsible and this ground of the rebuild you or applicant and suspending for permanently closing all relevant account. We do not accept, assume, and any liability and the raising and from this activity shall and country to take any action as we and reasonable and necessary and against any market manipulation actives and shall reserve all our right including but not limit and right and fuels are all available and legal and this inquire and this limit and hold relevant and profession including and this you applicates and the accountable. So, guys, we provide on the online platform which allow and the user trade of the different and the digital asset we make available and you are other NSS service and facility guys exchange digital asset depending on our country of residence. So you may not able to user and service on the site and it's your responsibility to comply with applicable law in our in your country and of the resident your country and which you access the site or and service guys. So by the create and the account and the great aggression of the maintain and the secure the confident or the of you and login and the creditors and the restrict asset and your account and this computer and the table and mobile and this device you shall and the take full legal and this responsibility for activities that occur under an account and this accept of the all risks and this authorized unauthorized access guys. So eligibility guys by the accessing and the site or you using an our service you represent and warrant and that's if you are a natural person you are at least 80 years old and they have full power and the authorized the capacity to entering into the delivery the perform and the obligation under and contract including but not only limit and this agreement guys. So